Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. I figured I would record this at the very beginning because I didn't record an intro. I am testing out the new e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer 3 different ways, and some of these are pictures of me without makeup so you can see how dark my under eye circles are. Enjoy! Hey guys, okay, so this is my second time trying out the e.l.f. concealer. I did mix it with the Physicians Formula in light in order to try and darken it up quite a bit, and it still was way too light, but it worked out. It has been on for several hours, so I figured I would do like a check-in here. I think it's been on for 7 or 8 hours, and I was outside quite a bit. I ended up doing this makeup look outside in the direct sunlight this afternoon, so I was outside for at least a good 30 solid minutes and one stretch to do the makeup look. But I wanted to go ahead and come on and show you what the second day of me wearing it. Now, I did like overhydrate my eyes. I used kind of more of a greasier feeling under eye cream, and I made sure that I like heavily moisturized. I put my hyaluronic acid on first, let that soak in. I put my eye cream on, and then I put not one but 2 moisturizers on my face before I even thought about putting on the corrector and concealer. I am testing out 2 different correctors. I'm doing the Physicians Formula one on this side, and then the other 2, the NYX and the Essence one that I use, that's in this month's Shop My Stash. I use that under this eye. I know I'm missing a little bit of coverage right here, but I do wear glasses when I sit at my computer, and it is after midnight, so I figured I would come on here and do a check-in. I'm going to zoom you in. As of right now, I mean, you can see the little lines on my face, but they're nowhere near as bad as they were the first time that I used this product. I think using a thicker moisturizer under my eyes definitely helped. This side has a little bit more dryness under it, but all in all, if you look, it still looks okay. I could still go about my day and not be self-conscious about the dark purple under eye circles that I have had since I was little. I think probably a couple of hours ago I should have sprayed with a hydrating spray to like revive things, and that would have helped with the situation. But all in all, today has been more successful than the first attempt at using the e.l.f. concealer. I will continue trying it with a couple of different products to see about mixing products in with it to darken it enough so that I can use it and not have to put like powder or a powder mixture over it to darken it. I don't feel dry, I don't feel tight right now, but this is just an update. So I'm going to be applying it again a different way in another video, and I will be combining all of the clips together. So hopefully you guys enjoy this like more broken down version of the product review. I know I did record just a dedicated first impression. I was blown away by how light the product was. I am very fair. but the fact that it was like almost white on my skin, I was shocked. And the neutral shade didn't pull too pink. Yes, it did pull some pink on me, but I am a very yellow undertone. So take that into consideration. So I will see you guys in another clip very soon. Bye. Day 2, second day in a row, I am testing out the e.l.f. concealer. I'm not going to be talking a whole lot through this. I'm going to go ahead and use the same products on both sides. And I will walk you through anything if you have questions. But I always start off with my corrector. I'm going to go in with the Tarte, and this is light sand first, and then layer the e.l.f. one over it. I have seen some people say that they have a hard time working with this because it dries too quickly. I haven't found that to be a problem at all. They say only do one eye at a time, and I guess it depends on how fast you blend it out. But I've literally been recording for 3 minutes. And I've already put on Corrector, 2 shades of Corrector, the Tarte Shape Tape in light sand, and then the fair, warm e.l.f. product. And I think, I don't know, it's still way too light. I did look on their website, and the shade that I need is sold out. Ulta doesn't have it, it's also sold out. I'm doing a couple different days worth of wear tests. Now today I just have moisturizer, serum, and eye cream on. I use a different serum than I usually do because I'm testing it with different products to see how it's going to work. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my setting powder and the brushes I apply them with. I forgot to get it out. This time I remember to tap it out. Because I have this spot right here on my eye where my actual eye protrudes out on the bottom, I always tap over it with, this is actually a large angled eyeshadow brush. And I use that because not only does it help like stamp out some of the like lines under my eyes, but it helps like press powder down into it. And then I'll come back with my Real Techniques. This is the setting brush, and then I just kind of dust over everything, anywhere that I have like concealer, just to make sure that it's set. And I'm not doing a whole lot to my face today. I think mixing in the light sand or putting the light sand down first helped it not be so bright underneath my eyes. So I will do the rest of my makeup and whatnot. I will do an outside check-in on this, and then I will come back later tonight after I've had it on for multiple hours and do an update on how it's looking and feeling and things like that. I noticed by using heavier moisturizers underneath of it, it doesn't feel or look quite as dry. So hopefully these like drawn out like different days, different products kind of video updates that I'm going to merge all into one video are helpful to people that are looking at this concealer, because I do have very, very dry skin. So I will see you in a while. Bye. Hey guys, okay, so it has been probably 4 hours since I applied the corrector and concealer, and I noticed that while I was doing my eyeshadow, I noticed that I was missing coverage in here. And I'm not quite sure if it was the Wet n Wild spray that I put on my face to kind of like stamp down some of the powder on my face or what, but I did notice that it took away quite a bit of coverage under my eyes. And I am wearing the Morphe 39S eyeshadow palette right now. This is the Such a Gem palette. I'm sporting two different looks, so no, you're not going crazy if you notice that. But I wanted to come out here in natural lighting while the sun was still up. It is, I don't know, about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I did my makeup about noon. So I wanted to zoom you guys in natural lighting. I am behind, or in front of my garden. See all my pots? I got all kinds of stuff growing. But I wanted to show you what the eye makeup is, or the under eye area is looking like with the e.l.f. concealer. I did mix it with the Tarte Shape Tape, and you know, I don't know if it's the corrector and concealer underneath that is making it like sheer out quite a bit more, but I am noticing I have some serious darkness going on. So you can see my darkness right here, clear as day, and even at a distance, you can still see it. It's not quite as bright white underneath my eyes because I did mix in a darker concealer. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is using the e.l.f. concealer first the next time I try it, and then going over it with the Tarte one. But here is an up-close look. My face is a little bit dry in here because you can see all the little lines starting to form. Same with this side, but not nearly as bad as it did with the first time. And I know the Tarte Shape Tape does have a tendency to dry on my skin, so I have to be extra careful with moisturization with that one. But the e.l.f. one is actually extra drying than the Tarte. And please excuse the hair today. The hair didn't want to go in a bun. I tried putting it in a clip. It kept falling out. I tried leaving it down and it just went poof, so I threw it in a ponytail. Most of my hair is up, so I've just got a little bit in the back that has fallen down. But from a conversational distance, it's fine, but I just don't care for the fact that I lost coverage under my eyes when I used like a setting spray. On top of it, it seemed to remove quite a bit of the coverage, so I will have to keep that in mind next time I use it. But just a quick outside update on my second wear test. Technically it's my third because I had my first impression and then this is the second time I've tried it. The first time I tried it out will be in the beginning of this, but I didn't talk through any of it. I just applied it so that you guys could see the coverage and how I applied it, and I did use different correctors underneath each side, so it's doing okay. I'll definitely do some things different, but this is why I like doing this, because it's kind of trial and error. I get to test out different products underneath of it, different products over it, and see what's going to happen. But again, no foundation. I don't wear foundation. For those of you that know me, I do have foundations. I just don't care to. I like to be able to touch my face and feel my skin, not makeup. And one good thing about having this stuff on my face is it doesn't feel like makeup. It feels like a light soft feeling, kind of like I can feel the under eye powder on my skin, but it doesn't feel like sticky or tacky, and I don't have to worry about it transferring onto my fingers. That's another thing, because if anybody's ever looked at their phone after talking on it, you end up with a nice big smeary phone print from your makeup and you're like, ew. So I don't like that on my phone. I'm anal about how my screen is clean and no fingerprints on it, just like with my mirrors and my eyeshadow palettes. I don't like smeary fingerprints on there either. I certainly don't want makeup on my phone. So hopefully this is helpful. Again, this is my second test in a row of this, and tomorrow will be my third test, and I will probably compile it and then post it. So I'll have a total of 4 wears out of this product before I post my next review, and then I will probably come back in about a week or so after I've tested it out a little bit longer and give you like a 2-week wear update, that kind of thing, or maybe, you know, middle of next month in June. So I will see you guys later. Hey guys, so I figured I would come on here really quick before I get a shower and let you see what the makeup is doing. I just spent several hours in the garden. I have a blister to show for it. I posted pictures of my makeup on Instagram if you saw the post. But yeah, I have another blister here that's starting, and there's officially blood, sweat, and tears in my garden, and my nails are like wrecked. I don't really care about my nails, but I think I even still have, yeah, I still have mud on my knee. Mud on my knee. But I'm about to get a shower and wash all the dirt off of me. I ended up getting an entire shovel full of dirt in the back of my shorts. That takes some talent. Anyways, I just wanted to zoom you guys in. I am wearing the e.l.f. concealer, the 16-hour camo concealer under my eyes, and then I'm wearing the Morphe 39S Such a Gem palette on my eyes. Eyeshadow looks great. I was sweating my butt off out there. So I lost some coverage in here from what little concealer that I put there. Lip gloss is gone. I ended up with a face full of dirt. I was using the shovel and ended up got caught on a root and ended up with a whole face full. So I've literally like done this with water on my hands to try and get dirt off my face. But I think for several hours out in the Florida heat, it's holding up pretty good. The eye look still looks amazing. But I figured I'd show you guys what my makeup looks like right now before I go and de-dirt. Anyways, I will throw in some clips, some pictures here of what the garden looks like, so you guys can get a giggle. Because the e.l.f. concealer is so light, I got this little sample thing in. This is a Tarte Found Sealer in tan and neutral, so it's too dark, but it was like a free sample. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I put a little on the back of my hand. I use this to do like liquid contour on my face. It's so dark. Well, it's not quite as stark, bright, white as it usually is. I'm going to then take the Fair Beige shade just right in there. Because that's where my darkest spot is. I'm trying to switch this, guys. This is actually a Sephora sponge. I bought it like last year, but I never used it. It's been sitting in my drawer this whole time. Okay, now we're back to being way too bright. So I think I'm going to take just a smidge of this. It's probably a little too much. I'll dab it on both eyes. I don't really put concealer anywhere else on my face. I just take whatever's left on the sponge and just run it down the center of my face. And I have a massive set of breakouts right here from using a clay mask. Well, the one was already there, but then I took clay mask and it came out. I'm just pressing that powder in with the flat side of the sponge. And it is damp. Like, I want coverage, but I don't want it to look powdery on the skin. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, blush, bronzer, highlight, and then I will probably do a check-in in a few hours and let you see how it is wearing, and then I will do like my final wrap-up for this video. So see. Hey guys, I wanted to hop on here real quick because I just finished this makeup look and I'm noticing some things about mixing it with that Abasu, the Found Sealer, the Tarte Found Sealer. I noticed that it creased really bad up in here and I'm missing coverage here already, and it's not even been an hour. It creased right here really bad, and this was after setting it with powder, and then I'm missing like product right in here. It almost looks like I don't have anything right here. And then if I hold the skin down, you can see there's a little bit of creasing in there as well, if I can get my camera to focus. So I don't know if it was mixing in the Tarte concealer that took away coverage here, but it also caused like right here to crease really bad, where I haven't had a whole lot of like major issues with creasing. Same blush, bronzer, highlight that I've been wearing every day that I've recorded this, but I just wanted to let you know that that's what it was looking like right now, and I'm a little concerned because it hasn't done that yet. So it could just be that it doesn't play well with this. I figured because it was so dark that maybe it would help with darkening that so that it's not quite so stark. I also used it as the base for this lid here, so I will be including a clip of that when I do the combined video, so you can see me use it as a cut crease as well. So just quick update. This is Rebecca. So I figured I would do this check-in. This is the last check-in that I'm doing for the e.l.f. concealer. I'm missing quite a bit of coverage. I did a check-in a little bit ago, but if you look, there's like a line right here where like most of it's separated. I'm missing coverage here, and it's only been like 5 hours. So I don't think it liked the other Tarte product that I put underneath of it, but it is about the right shade now. So I'm going to have to try this concealer with like mixing it and then applying it, like mixing it together with something before applying it to the skin instead of mixing it on the skin. I think that has a lot to do with it. I'm just not happy with how things are working out. It is a really full coverage concealer if you are looking for it, but I would recommend it for somebody that doesn't have such dry skin. I will probably come back in about 2 weeks and do like a recap after I've used it more and maybe found a shade that is not quite as light. I'm very shocked at how fair it is. But yeah, as of right now, it didn't like the other concealer, and yeah, I'm not feeling the greatest, so I want to wash all my makeup off and go lay down. So I just figured I would come in and do this final check-in on the e.l.f. concealer. This is the 16-hour camo concealer. Hopefully you guys enjoy this like combined video where I've been testing it out for several days in a row with different products under it and over it, that kind of thing. So hopefully you guys like this. If you do, give me a thumbs up, leave me comments down below, and I will see you in another video very soon. Have a great one.